Hello, dear students. Welcome to English class. So, today we are going to discuss the third chapter, and the theme of the chapter is Chance Meeting. And the title of our chapter is The Night I Met Einstein. So, let's begin the chapter. Chapter 3 The Night I Met Einstein. Albert Einstein, 1879 1955. He received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. He is known for his great intellectual achievements and originality. Let's read about the day the narrator met Einstein. The night I met Einstein revolves around the experience of the narrator on the occasion he met Albert Einstein. When I was a very young man, I was invited to dine at the house of a very rich and powerful businessman. After a wonderful dinner, our hostess took us to a large drawing room. Chairs were being arranged. Hostess is the person in which the narrator went for the dinner. That lady who is the owner of the house, and they were arranging the chairs. I am arranging the chairs for a concert. Our hostess said, "We are going to listen to a very good pianist." Pianist is the person who plays the piano. Though everyone else was very happy, I was not. I did not understand classical music. I thought I was tone deaf. Now everyone was very happy, but the narrator, he was not happy. Why? Because he did not understand classical music and he thought that he was tone deaf. Tone deaf is a person who is not able to differentiate between high notes and low notes of music. That's why the narrator considered him as tone deaf, because he was not able to differentiate the music of high notes and low notes. I sat down so that I would not be impolite and waited for the concert to begin. But the narrator, he could not hear anything, and he did not show any impoliteness and waited for the concert to begin. I did not pay attention to the music after it began, and the narrator said that he did not even listen to the music when the concert began. After a while, I heard everyone clapping, so I realized that the piece was over. When the narrator heard that everyone clapping, he realized that the music is over. Now I have to clap too. Just then, I heard a gentle but firm voice saying, "You are fond of Bach?" I knew as much about Bach as I did about nuclear physics. I was going to say something ordinary so that I could get out of the situation. Now, someone there has called the narrator and is asking that you are fond of Bach, and the narrator is feeling that he could get out of the situation and he just want to go away from there. I turned in order to look at my neighbor and I saw a very famous face. It was someone with a shock of white hair and a pipe. Now the narrator turned and looked who is saying these words, and what he saw. He saw a very famous face, and it was someone with a thick, untidy white hair and a pipe. I knew that I must tell this man the truth. He looked at me as if my answer was very important. Now, the narrator was feeling that he must tell this man the truth, that he doesn't understand classical music, and the person was still waiting for the answer of narrator. I do not know anything about Bach, I said. I have never heard any of his music. He looked surprised. Now the narrator is talking that he do not know anything about Bach. Now who is Bach? He was a very famous German, greatest composers of the world. Though he was blind, still he managed to create so many magical melodies. So the man with white hairs, he was surprised. You have never heard of Bach? He asked. He made it sound as if I had said that I had never taken a bath. That man made me sounded like that, the narrator thought. I would like to understand music so that I could understand back. I said, but I am not able to. I am tone deaf. Now the narrator is telling that I am not able to understand music. That's why I am tone deaf. The old man got up. The man with white hair got up. You will come up with me, he asked. I just remained seated. I'm requesting you to come with me, he said again. Now, the old man, he's requested him to come up with him. So, I went up with him. He took me to a room which had a gramophone in it and asked, what kind of music do you like? Well, I answered, I like songs which have words and the kind of music where I can follow the tune. He smiled and nodded, obviously pleased. You can give me an example, perhaps? So, now the old man took the narrator to a room which had a gramophone. Gramophone is a machine used in the past for playing music records, and he asked, what kind of music does he like? Now, the narrator is saying that you can give me an example of music. I told him I liked anything by Bing Crosby. At once, I could hear Bing Crosby's voice filling the room. Now, Bing Crosby, he is another famous American jazz musician and pop singer, and he is also an American actor. His deep voice made him out of the best-selling artist of all times. Now, can you please tell me what you just heard? He said. So, when the narrator told his preference to the old man, to Einstein, he could hear Bing Crosby's voice filling the room, and the old man played his music on the gramophone. Now, the old man is asking the narrator what he just heard. The simplest answer seemed to be to sing the line, so I sang it back to him. He smiled. You are not tone deaf, he said. I told him this was one of my favorite songs, something I had heard hundreds of times, so it did not really prove anything. So, and what the narrator did, he sang the lines of his favorite song, so I sang it back to him. So, the narrator sang the song back to Einstein. Now, the old man said that you are not tone deaf with smile on his face. I told him this was one of my favorite songs, something I had heard hundreds of times, so it did not really prove anything. Now the narrator is saying that I already knew the lyrics of the song, and this was my favorite song, and I had heard this hundreds of times, so it does not really prove anything. Nonsense, said Einstein. It proves everything. Do you remember your first arithmetic lesson in school? Suppose at your very first contact with numbers, your teacher had ordered you to work out a problem in, say, long division or fractions. Could you have done it? No, of course not. Exactly. It's like learning maths. You have to learn addition and subtraction in order to do multiplication and division. Now I'm playing something a little more advanced. Now, Einstein, he is asking the narrator, do you remember your first arithmetic in school? And now, what Einstein said that understanding music is like learning mathematics. You have to learn addition and subtraction in order to do multiplication and division. And now, what Einstein say? I'm playing something more advanced music. It was the trumpeter by John McCormack. Sing that back, he ordered. So, trumpeter is someone who plays trumpet. John McCormack, he was an Irish tenor who was famous for operatic performances. Sing that back. Now Einstein ordered sing that back, and we went on from to a higher level until he was playing jazz music without words. Then what the narrator said that we went from a higher level. First level was a song the narrator liked, but now it was level up because Einstein has played something advanced, and ultimately he just played music without any words. Later he played the music. I was amazed that this great man was paying complete attention to me so that I could learn something new. So now the other was amazed because this great man was paying complete attention to him, and he is focusing that how I could learn something new. It was the most important person in his world, and the narrator felt that I am very important to that person. Suddenly, he got up and turned off the gramophone. Suddenly, the old man turned off the music gramophone. Now, young man, he said, we are ready to listen to back. Now, what he said, we are ready to listen to Bach, the famous singer. We went down and sat in the hall. Just allow yourself to listen, he said. That's all there is to it. I have heard that piece many times since that day. But I am never alone. I am sitting beside a small man with a shock of untidy hair and a pipe in his mouth. He has eyes that are usually warm. And now, what the narrator is saying, he have heard that piece many times, and he is never alone. And sitting beside a small man with a shock of untidy hair. Now, Jerome Weidman is saying that the person is unusually warm. When the concert ended, I too was able to clap sincerely. Now, what happened? This all happened during that night when the concert was taking place. When Einstein listened to the person clapping, he asked him, "You are fond of Bach?" And before the end of concert, he really made him that he actually liked Bach, and he clapped for the concert sincerely for this time, as he could understand the different notes of music. Our hostess came towards us. We both stood up. "I'm so sorry, Dr. Einstein," she said. "Give me a cold look that you missed so much." Now, the hostess came towards us and we both stood up. Who? Einstein and the narrator. Now, hostess said that, "I'm so sorry, giving me a cold look that you have missed the beautiful melodies of the concert from the pianist." "I'm sorry too," he said. Who is saying this? Albert Einstein. "My young friend here and I, however, were engaged in the greatest activity of which a human being is capable." Now, what Einstein said that my young friend and me, we were engaged in the greatest activity of which a human being is capable. That the man could understand between the high notes and low notes. He could really understand that. She looked puzzled. "Really?" she said. "And what is that?" Now the hostess asked, "Really? You witnessed some greatest activity? What is that?" Einstein smiled and put his arm across my shoulders, opening up the frontiers of beauty. Now, what Einstein did, he put his arm across his shoulders. Opening up the frontiers means exploring for the first time. That this man explored the beauty of such melody for first time, and this was the greatest activity. So Einstein believed that he was able to make someone understand the music that night. And Jerome Weidman, he was very happy because he could feel the symphonies of music. So this was all about the chapter. I think it is clear to you. So see you in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you.